up the week on a Monday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And it's a fumble. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. On 3rd down, Kelly. And he'll only get this to about the 44 as they stop him short of the line to gain. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Here's Ty Long now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. Call that a 41-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. Second drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play. But if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. Second down, Jacobs once more. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. First down now, but the clock continues to move. Here's a handoff to Jacobs. Oh, and the tackle comes quickly. That's only going to get him a couple. And quickly they get to the line. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. Here's Carr. And he'll look downfield for Waller. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. Final whistle blows, and we need some extra time here to decide who will be the victor. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
Nothing between these two teams for 4 quarters. Here we go to begin overtime. And we will not see a return to start overtime. It'll come out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
As we said, they control their own destiny now. Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here, 3rd and a yard.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
And they will get the conversion on 3rd down, but the clock, a more pressing factor. And play will be stopped here with 10 seconds remaining in overtime as they've called a timeout. On the give, this is Eckler. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Now we're going to get a timeout with 5 seconds left here in overtime. They'll run here with Eckler. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. One overtime. How about 2? We need another. We're still even. We'll switch sides and have that second overtime in just a moment. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. A handoff. It's Eckler. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down. They've had some success here in overtime on this opening drive running the football right back to that well.
And why not? When you have that kind of success, make them stop you, and until they do, keep going back to that well you just spoke about. I think there's more water there available to them.
Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down. Decision time now on 4th and about 1.5 yards.
I can still hear my high school coach, John Ford, right now. I want my #1 play with my #1 runner over my #1 blocker. Get me the first down. But some may very well say, punt this thing away, pin them down deep, and play field position.
And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. So the OT clock hits 0, and we're still not done. We'll switch sides and need at least one more OT to decide it after this. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Now Eckler. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Once more, here's Eckler. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down. Now Herbert gives this one to Kelly. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Now the timeout comes here in the waning seconds of this overtime as we could be set up at long last for a potential game winner. So a big move here, playing to win in overtime. They're going to go for it on 4th down. They'll keep it in the hands of Kelly. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. Now the timeout comes here in the waning seconds of this overtime as we could be set up at long last for a potential game winner. Here is Eckler. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. One overtime. How about 2? We need another. We're still even. We'll switch sides and have that second overtime in just a moment. Working with a 2nd and 3. It's Eckler again. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settling, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. I know the defensive guys poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Going on the ground with Eckler. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. So the OT clock hits 0, and we're still not done. We'll switch sides and need at least one more OT to decide it after this. Five yards from the end zone, 1st and goal. They'll hand it off to Kelly. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. A pickup of 4 on 1st down. It'll be 2nd and goal. Kelly to try to punch it in. And he's not going to push his way forward. He's going to be stopped at the 2-yard line. They're held again, and do we have a goal line stand brewing? It's